want to see the Alliance map. Hytham received a message from Winchester, from someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Your hidden ally. Very interesting. More targets, I assume.
Yes. So what do you think? Could it be a trap?
As a West Saxon stronghold, Winchester will be a rather unwelcome place for you. But that is nothing you cannot handle. If you go, do not go boldly.
I will make my way to Winchester. The letter asked me to meet a man in white at a house of God, and then recite this phrase. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly cometh wisdom.
A passage from their holy book, I believe. Interesting. Go with care.
Even the mighty fall, and God's servant the bishop. A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house, in search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
If I must dance to your tune, tell me where to step.
In books one may find such wisdom. We had many in England, before the Danes burned our churches. A few yet remain nearby. Or perhaps a more pious soul in need of charity will reward you with a lesson.
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
Even the mighty fall, and God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth, was mighty indeed in defense of his God. He was a man of surpassing vigor, well versed in the Bible, quick of wit, oxen strong, meek as a lamb. But God...
He bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to their God. He rose from the dead? A nice trick, and not easily done. Their God brings them light, just as Baldur does. Light as bright as the summer sun.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River, he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration. Thou art weighed in the balances, and found wanting. Perhaps you should try again. Speak his story, in order.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River, he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Well spoken.
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle. Now all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush. You're prattling offends God's ears. We're here.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul thrones, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
I learned that my gods and yours inspire tales of equal amusement. They make me howl with laughter.
A dull answer, but a battle-blunted axe may yet be sharpened.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex, but it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. 3 men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the West Gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come. I need to find this Reeve Goodwin. Come here. I want to talk to you.
You'll get nothing from me. I'm as loyal as the king's hounds.
Winchester mourns a good bishop and a strong, virile man. May he find his peace with God.
He's got some stones on him arresting Alfred's man. Who rules in Winchester anyway? Is Alfred king or not?
Well, you ain't, that's for sure. So keep your mouth shut and do as you're told.
Shut your mouth, yeah?
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. More writings from the quill.
I'm happy to oblige. If you don't give me Alfred's jewel, If you don't give me Alfred's jewel, I shall piddle in your duck pond.
Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. They will attack on sight here. prisoners might know something. I'm looking for the Reeve.
Selwyn? That bastard said I stole an apple. You'll see me hang for it.
Not Selwyn. Reeve Goodwin
I
was arrested not long ago.
My baby son close to death.
Arrested?
Would you not steal to save your
Trees
child?
chiseling rock from the earth, and for what?
Seems no one is
To
free
build
in
more
Winchester.
prisons for men who steal apples.
God won't let us lose.
Thick wall. Evidence against the Order of Ancients. Stolen from Goodwin? Thick walls and thicker guards. A place to keep a valuable man. Reeve Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife, to be carried out soon.
I've been tucked in the chat.
A Dane in Winchester. These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, And you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I have your papers here, taken from the captain of this keep.
A marvel. History will name you the Protector of Winchester. A pricking irony.
And not lost on me. Now let us go before they discover their eel has slipped the hook. Let's regroup beyond the walls!
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but deviled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor, of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our three heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the sixth.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
I found this nailed on a door. The quill wields words like a knife.
A disputation of tutelage. Pretty chatter with poisoned intent. I will look into this more.
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
Is Selwyn a name you know? He seems to have judged and executed many for little more than stealing ale and bread.
Of course. That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is a baying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn?
When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Between his Swickland move.
Quality! Quality, Ella! Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul.
There are rats in the grain store, and Alfred has set the trap. You cannot steal a loaf from our heart. You cannot slander and keep your tongue. You cannot walk freely through our streets,
Mocking our laws, our king's edicts. Who has the right to determine the fate of the perverse, if not the goodly people of Winchester? I am but your humble servant. Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree. I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.